Hello, Mingalaba Dhamma class. My name is Maythun and my Buddhist name is Jarubali, which means keeper of beauty. Today I will be your presenter for part 1 of this Dhamma class. Today's Dhamma class is on July 19th, 2026. We meet every Sunday at 4 p.m. Arizona and Pacific time. Anyone interested in Buddhist teachings is welcome to join us on Zoom. Use the ID 413-460-4622 and the password Buddha20, all lowercase. Remember, the Zoom ID and password will stay the same every week. First, 3 individuals will chant Buddha Gamana Gata, Diwatapati Gata, and Surya Gata. These chants will then be followed by Part 1A, offerings, taking the Tisarana and precepts, the Metta, chant, and meditation. Part 1B, Adhitana, determination, mindfulness on death, wishing, and sharing. Part 2, Mahajaya Mangala Gata chanting, answers the questions Part 1 and 2, Basic Buddhism, choose the correct one out of the given answers. Today's substitute will be Sharadi, so Sharadi, please have your prayer books and the correct pages ready and close by. Now, Mason D, could you please remind everyone about our rules and regulations?
Yes. 1. If you're reading a substitution or participating in Part 1A, please try to join the Zoom meeting at least 5 minutes early. 2. Please do not eat or drink during the prayer time, as it is very disrespectful. If you're hungry, make sure to eat before joining the meeting next time. 3. Step straight and center yourself in front of your camera. Keep your camera on at all times, or you may be removed from the meeting. If you're not part of the Dhamma class, you're free to turn off your camera. 4. Please don't fidget or play around, as you can disturb others who are praying. The prayer session is only 15 minutes, so please be mindful and respectful. 5. For those chanting, please chant clearly and slowly so that others can follow along. 6. We would greatly appreciate it if everyone stays respectfully until the end of the meeting.
Now, please put your hands together. We'll begin with Buddha Gamana Gata. We believe you'll do great.
Buddha Gamana Gata Engi Rasasa Unaya Tatahi Setaram Sio Wajirawa Virojanti Jinometatu Sisake Nilaya Niladanama Pito Dada Cha Lohita Dhamma Dhamma Cha Manjita Nikamimsu Papasara Sadhu Sadhu Sadhu.
Diwatapati Gata, Diwatapati Aricha, Radhi Mabadi Chandima, Sanato Katiya Tapati, Jayi Tapati Brahmano, Ata Sabha Mahoratim, Buddha Tapati Tejasa, Tarisam Tejasambanam Buddham Wandami Sadaram Edena Sajawajenam Soti Mehodu Sabada Soti Tehodu Sabada Sadhu Sadhu Sadhu.
Surya Gata Namo te Buddha Viratu Vipamuto si Sabati Sambadapati Panosami Dasama Saranam Bhava Tata Gatam Arahantam Suryo Saranam Gato Rahu Suryam Pamunjasu Buddha Loka Nukambaka Yo Andakare Tamasi Babam Garo Wirojano Mandali Ugadejo Marahu Kili Jara Mandalike Pajamamam Rahu Pamunjasuriyam Ejena Sajawajena Soti me hotu sabada. Soti te hotu sabada. Valentine.
John Reddy, could you please substitute for Mita U, Book 1, page 11? Sean Reddy, could you please substitute for Mita U, Book 1, page 11?
Ganasarapaditena dipena tamadam sina Diloka dipam sambudam Pujayami tamonudam Wanaganda gunobedam Edam kusuma santatim Pujayami munindasa Siripada saroruhe.
Mio, it is your turn.
Adivasetu no bande paniyam parikapitam anukampam upadaya patiganatu utama. Adivasetu no bande pojanam parikapitam anukampam upadaya patiganatu utama. Valentine.
Ogata, gata, ogata, kayakan, wasikan, manokan, tabadola, katendo, apielo ko, yalpazijin, ajonga, tatama, tutiya, tatiya, tajane, najane, donje miao, ya yadana, tiya yadana, tanga yadana, Yarana Nyatombaro ko ayoate aleamia laso moyue shiko buzo fumio masho gado bai ashempia gadoya to ajo ajao apeleva katomba yavye shepa yandumyo ngaba vipatitaya leva yetanataya ngava roma akakaten Keno di pieyue, matea, potea, neban, tearo miako, yabalo I ashempia, Valentine.
Isarna ajiwa lamaka sila yajana. Aham bande disarnena saha. Ajiwa tamaka silam. Damam yajami. Anugaham gatawa. Silam de ta. Me bande. Dudiyampi. Aham bande disarnena saha. Ajiwa tamaka silam. Damam yajami. Nugaham gatawa silam de ta me bende Ladiambi aham bende Disarne na saha ajiwa damaga silam damam yajami Nugaham gatawa silam de ta me bende ama bende Namo tassa bhagavato arahato Sama Sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato Sama Sambuddhassa. Namo tassa Bhagavato Arahato Sama Sambuddhassa. Buddham Saranam Gacchami. Dhammam Saranam Gacchami. Sangham Saranam Gacchami. Dutiyampi Buddham Saranam Gacchami. Dutiyampi Dhammam Saranam Gacchami. Dutiyampi Sangham Saranam Gacchami. Tadiyampi Buddham Saranam Gacchami. Tadiyampi Dhammam Saranam Gacchami. Tadiyampi Sangham Saranam Gacchami. Ma Bente.
Lysander, it is your turn.
Wait, can't this wait for a little bit?
Lysander, we cannot wait. Would you like me to substitute for you?
No, I think I'm ready.
Go ahead then.
Panati pada veramani sika padam samadhiyami. Adina dana veramani sika padam samadhiyami. Kamesu michashara veramani sika padam samadhiyami. Musawada veramani sika padam samadhiyami. Pilsuna veramani sikapada samadhiyami. Parusa veramani sikapadam samadhiyami. Sapapalapa veramani sikapadam samadhiyami. Mitrajewa veramani sikapadam samadhiyami. I'm a bunty time.
Itipiso Bhagavan Araham Sama Sambuddha Vijatarana Sambana Sukada Loka Vidu Anudara Purisa Dhamma Sarati Sata Deva Manusana Buddha Bhagavan.
Swakato Bhagavata Dhammo Sanditiko Akaliko Ehipasiko Opaneyiko Pachatem Weditabo Vinyuhi.
Supatipano Bhagavato Sawaka Sango. Ujupatipano Bhagavato Sawaka Sango. Nyayapatipano Bhagavato Sawaka Sango. Samichipatipano Bhagavato Sawaka Sango. Yadidam Chatari Purisa Yugani Ata Purisa Pugala Esa Bhagavato Sawaka Sango Ahuneyo Pahuneyo Dakineyo Anjali Karaniyo Anuttaram Punyaketam Lokasa. About one time.
Aham awero homi, abhyapacho homi, anigo homi, tukiyatana pariharami, mama mata pitu, acharya cha, nyatimita cha, sabrahmacharino cha, awera hontu, abhyapacha hontu, aniga hontu, tukiyatana pariharantu. Amakam Arakat Devata Imasamim Awase Imasamim Arame Arakat Devata Awara Hontu Abya Baja Hontu Aniga hontu, Sukiatanam Pariharantu.
Linta, it is your turn.
Sabe Sata, Sabe Bana, Sabe Bhuta, Sabe Bugala, Sabe Atabawa Pariyabana, Saba Itio, Sabe Burisa, Sabe Arya, Sabe Anaria, Sabe Dewa, Sabe Manusa, Sabe Winipatika, Awira Hontu, Abya Baja Hontu, Aniga Hontu, Sukiyatanam Pariharantu, Duka Munchantu, Yada Lada Sampatito, Mawiga Jantu, Kamasaka.
Pratimaya Tisaya Dakinaya Tisaya Pachimaya Tisaya Uttaraya Tisaya Pratimaya Nutisaya Dakinaya Nutisaya Pachimaya Anutisaya Uttaraya Anutisaya Hetimaya Tisaya Uprimaya Tisaya
Sabe Sata, Sabe Bana, Sabe Buddha, Sabe Bugala, Sabe Atabawa Pariyapana, Saba Itio, Sabe Purisa, Sabe Arya, Sabe Anaria, Sabe Dewa, Sabe Manusa, Sabe Winipatika, Awera Hontu, Abyabaja Hontu, Aniga Hontu, Sukhiyatanam Pariharantu, Dukkha Muchantu, Yata Lada Sampatito, Mawigachantu Kamasaka.
Udam yawa bawagacha ado yawa awichito samanta chaka walesu ye sata patawichara abya paja niweracha nidukacha nupadawa udam yawa bawagacha Adoya wa awichito, samanta chaka walesu, ye sata udake chara, abya paja niweracha, niduka cha nupadawa. Udam yawa bawagacha, adoya wa awichito, samanta chaka walesu, Ye sata akase chara, abya paja niweracha, niduka cha nupadawa, sadhu, 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 bowing time.
Now we will learn how to meditate by Gama Pali, Mesindi, Shinta, Shanradi, and Metun.
What is meditation? Meditation is the way to keep the mind cool and calm by concentrating on one object. There are many ways to meditate. In our Dhamma class, primarily we study Anapanasati and body scanning meditation. In Anapanasati, the natural focus is your own breath, which is always with you. If you simply keep feeling the breath as it comes in and as it goes out, the mind gets quieter and more peaceful. In body scanning meditation, you scan your whole body from head to toe, from the front and the back. The only trouble is something will always take your attention away. maybe a noise or a pain in the knee, but often your own mind is a problem. It is so full of useless stuff, like a monkey jumping here and there. It is so hard to control. To become the master of your mind, you need some lessons, enough time, and a good place to learn how to practice. With enough practice, meditation helps to replace bad thoughts and feelings with happy ones.
Why do we meditate? By learning how to control the mind, we start to get rid of negative habits and develop good mental qualities instead. If your mind is cool, you make good decisions, you don't get confused, you make less mistakes, you don't get angry or feel afraid, and you become more confident. If your mind is calm, you become peaceful and happy, you are less worried and frustrated, you don't get stressed about work or exams, you develop compassion and kindness, and you have more harmonious relationships. If your mind is concentrated, you get less distracted by useless things, you find it easier to focus and learn, you perform better in sports and games, you make better music and art, and you will be more trustworthy.
What is the difference between samatha and vipassana? Samatha meditation and vipassana meditation are two different types of meditation. Samatha aims at achieving deep concentration, while vipassana aims at understanding both the body and mind. In samatha meditation, the focus is solely on one object to attain deep concentration, such as by fixing the mind on a single point. In contrast, vipassana meditation involves observing various mental and physical processes as they occur. During samatha meditation, when the mind wanders, we bring it back to the chosen object. However, in vipassana meditation, when the mind wanders, we observe it without trying to control it. Only when the distraction fades do we return our focus to the primary object. These differences in focus and approach distinguish the two different types of meditation.
We are going to practice guided muscle relaxation meditation. Before we begin, please straighten your body, center yourself in the middle of your camera, put your hands together with the right on top of the left with your thumbs connected and place them in your lap. Then close your eyes. Step 1, when I say a group of muscle, focus on the group of muscles you hear and feel the tenseness in them. Step 2, mentally relax those group of muscles. Step 3, feel those muscles completely relaxed. Let's start. Your scalp muscles, all the muscles on your head are relaxed. Your forehead and eyebrows are relaxed. Your eyes, ears, nose, lips, and chin are relaxed. Your neck and shoulders are relaxed. Your arms, forearms, wrists, hands, and fingers are relaxed. Your chest and upper back are relaxed. Your abdomen and lower back are relaxed. Your hips and thighs are relaxed. Your knees and legs are relaxed. Your ankles, feet, and toes are relaxed. Now your whole body from head to toe fully relaxed.
We are going to advance to Anapanasati meditation. You are going to focus on your breath. When you breathe in, a puff of air touches the tip of your nose. Make yourself aware of the touch. When you breathe out, a slightly warmer puff of air touches the tip of your nose. Make yourself aware of the touch. We are going to practice counting technique with each cycle of in-breath and out-breath. You will count from 1 to 8 and do not let your mind wander. If your mind wanders out, start counting from 1 again. We are first going to practice together. Breathe in, aware of the touch. Breathe out, aware of the touch. 1. Breathe in, aware of the touch. Breathe out, aware of the touch. 2. Breathe in, aware of the touch, breathe out, aware of the touch. 3. Breathe in, aware of the touch, breathe out, aware of the touch. 4. Breathe in, aware of the touch, breathe out, aware of the touch. 5. Breathe in, aware of the touch, breathe out, aware of the touch. 6. Breathe in, aware of the touch, breathe out, aware of the touch. 7. Breathe in, aware of the touch, breathe out, aware of the touch. 8. Now go back to 1 and start counting on your own. We're now done meditating.
Dukkha pacha chani dukkha, bhaya pacha chani bhaya, soka pacha chani soka, hontu sabe pipanino. Nahi narani samanti chakura janam, are naja samanti, esa demo sanendeno.
Dhamma papa sabakana, kusala sapasapada, chachita puyo dabanam, eta purana sasana.
Maraname duam, jividame aduam, idame ponyam, nibanasa, vajyo hotu, imam ponya bagam, sabasatanam, bhajima, sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Bhawanta. Hello, Mingalaba Dhamma class. My name is Hein Leong, and my Buddhist name is Sukha Balat, which means Flower of Happiness. Today, I'll be your presenter for part 2 of this Dhamma class. We're now starting part 2 of the Dhamma class. Before we begin, I want to remind you how important this class is. From today's Dhamma class, we will learn valuable teachings and ideas, so please be respectful and mindful. Also remember, no eating during this part of the class. Drinking water is allowed during this part of the class. Make sure to sit up straight and center yourself in front of your camera. Now we'll move on to program 1. Chant of Mahajaya Mangala Gata. Here are the chanters: Lin Lin, Matane, May Cindy, Rebecca and Cynthia, Maythun, Tiffany, Swayson, Shintan, Grace, and Sumyape.
Mahajaya Mangalagata Bahum Sahasa Mapinimita Sayudantam Girimekalam Utitagoram Sasena Maram Dana Titama Witina Jitawa Munindo Tam Tejasa Bhavatu te Jaya Mangalani.
Marathi Rekha Mapiyudita Sabarati Gora Banalawaka Makama Tadayaka Ganti Sudanda Widina Hitawa Munindo Dande Jasa Bawantu De Jaya Mangalani
Nalagirim Gajawaram Atimada Bhutam Dawagi Jaka Masaniwa Sudarunantam Metambu Sekawidina Jitawa Munindo Tam te jasa bhavatu te Jaya Mangalani.
Ukita gaga mabihata sudarunantam dawam tiyojana patanguli malawantam idibi sankata mano jitawa munindo tam tejasa Bhavatu te Jaya Mangalani.
Katwana kata mudaram iwa gabiniya Chinchaya tutawachanam Janakaya maje Santena samawidina Chitawa munindo Tam tejasa Bhavatu te Jaya Mangalani.
Sajam Vihaya Ati Sajaka Vada Ketum Vada Pio Pitamanam Ati Anda Bhutam Anya Haripa Jalito Chitawa Munindo Tam Tejasa Bhavatu te Jaya Mangalani. Nando Bananda Bujagam Vivida Mahidev Bhutena Tera Bujagena Dhammapayanto Itu Padesa Vidina Jitawa Munendo Tam Te Jasa Bhavatu Te Jaya Mandalani Sugaha Diti Bujagena Dadatahatam Brahmam Visuddhi Judi Midi Bhakabhidanam Jnana Gadena Vidina Jitawa Munendo Samte Jasa Bhavatu Te Jaya Mangalani Etapi Buddha Jaya Mangala Athagata Yo Vajako Dine Sarante Matandi Hitwana Neka Vividani Chupadawani Mokem Sukem Adigameya Narosapanyo Sadhu 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 Bound hands
Sirasmim gata. Sirasmim me Buddha sedo. Sariputo jatakine. Wama amse mogalano. Purato pita katayam. Pajime mama anando. Jatuti sakina sawa. Samanta loka palaja. Inda dewa sabramaka. Etisam anubhawena. Sabibaya upadawa. Anega antarayapi winasantu asesato.
Now we'll move on to Program 2. Answer the questions from Buddhism for Kids by Rebecca and Cynthia.
Hello, Dhamma class. My name is Rebecca, and my Buddhist name is Metta Bali, which means keeper of loving kindness. For today's program, my sister Cynthia will be joining me. So, Cynthia, can you please introduce yourself?
Hello, Dhamma class. My name is Cynthia. My Buddhist name is Magga Bali, which means keeper the middle path. And the individuals that playing today are Dewa, William, Mason D, Meta Noel, Midong, Tiffany, Chloe, Danzin, Mate, Shintan, Ninlin, Julia, Santa, Wave, Emerald, and Grace.
We'll be asking questions from Buddhism for Kids, so please have your book ready. Dewa, did the Buddha think men were more important than women?
No, the Buddha did not think men were more important than women.
That is correct. That is correct. Thank you. William, could women become nuns and learn the Dhamma?
Yes, the Buddha allowed women to become nuns and practice to reach enlightenment.
That is correct. Thank you. May Cindy, how did the Buddha say husbands and wives should treat each other?
With respect, care, and faithfulness.
That is correct. Thank you. Metta who can find true freedom through meditation and wisdom?
Absent.
The answer is both men and women. Noel, did the Buddha think men were more important than women?
No, he said men and women are equal in spiritual life.
That is correct. Thank you. Meitun, could women become nuns and learn the Dhamma?
Yes, the Buddha allowed women to become nuns and practice to reach enlightenment.
That is correct. Thank you. Tiffany, how did the Buddha say husbands and wives should treat each other?
With respect, care, and faithfulness.
That is correct. Thank you. Chloe, who can find true freedom through meditation and wisdom?
Can you repeat that?
Yes, who can find true freedom through meditation and wisdom?
Both men and women.
That is correct. Thank you.
Tenzin, did the Buddha think men were more important than women?
No, he said men and women are equal in spiritual life.
That is correct. Mate, could women become nuns and learn the Dhamma?
Yes, the Buddha allowed women to be nuns and practice to reach enlightenment.
That is correct. Shinta, how did the Buddha say husbands and wives should treat each other?
With respect, care, and faithfulness.
That is correct. Linlin, who can find true freedom through meditation and wisdom?
Both men and women.
That is correct. Julia, did the Buddha think men were more important than women?
No, he said men and women are equal in spiritual life.
That is correct. Santa Wig, could women become nuns and learn the Dhamma?
Yes, the Buddha allowed women to become nuns and practice to reach enlightenment.
That is correct. Emerald, how did the Buddha say husbands and wives should treat each other?
With respect, care, and faithfulness.
That is correct. Grace, who can find true freedom through meditation and wisdom? Well, the answer is both men and women. That is all for our program. Thank you for listening and participating.
Now we'll move on to Program 3, Presentations on Buddhism by Victoria and Ong Lun Tae, then by Shinten, Tiffany, and Noel, and then by Amara, Sean Raddy, Hainlin Ong, and Ninye Tan.
Hello, Dhamma class. My name is Victoria, and my Buddhist name is Ujupali, which means honest keeper. So today, my dear Dhamma friend Onglante will be joining me. So Onglante, if you please introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Anante, and my Buddhist name is Ria Bala, which means brave keeper, and Victoria will be talking about today.
Today, we will be talking about the meaning of patana. So before I begin, everyone please listen carefully because we will be asking questions in the end. What is patana? The Pali word patana, called sutong in Burmese, means an aspiration or wish. In Buddhism, people believe that wishes are more likely to come true after doing good deeds. Just wishing alone is not enough. Good actions must come first.
After doing a good deed, people make a wish such as Ida me bunam nibanasa bujio hontu, meaning may this merit of mine support my path to enlightenment. Wishing for nibbana, enlightenment, can also help fulfill other wishes.
The Buddha taught that wishes can be fulfilled if the person making them is moral, but without morality. They will never come true. This is why Buddhists make wishes after practicing charity, morality, or meditation. Now we'll be asking questions, so Alinte, can you please ask the first question?
My first question is to Meitun and Meitun. What is patana?
Patana means making a wish after doing a good deed.
That is correct, and Victoria asked the next question.
My question is to Brian, and it is, how do Buddhists make their wishes?
Buddhists make a wish after doing something good like charity or meditation.
That is correct, thank you. So Alinte, can you please ask the next question?
The next question is to Meitun and Meitun. Can wishes come true in Buddhism?
Yes, but only if the person is immortal and does good deeds first.
That is correct, and Victoria asked the last question.
My last question is to Brian. What do Buddhists wish for?
Buddhists often wish for nibbana, enlightenment, and other good things after doing good actions.
That is correct, thank you. That is all, and thank you for listening.
It is now Shinten, Tiffany, and Noel's turn.
Hello, Dhamma class. My name is Shintan. My Buddhist name is Moka Bali, which means freedom keeper. So today, my Dhamma friends Tiffany and Noel will be joining me. So please introduce yourself.
Hello, Dhamma class. My name is Tiffany. My Buddhist name is Santapali, which means peacekeeper. So, Noel, could you please introduce yourself?
Hello everyone, my name is Noel, and my Buddhist name is Manapala, which means power personality. So Shanta, what are we talking about today?
Today, we'll be talking about the difference between patana and praying, and I'll be going first. Please listen carefully because we have questions at the end. The difference between patana and praying. Patana means an aspiration or wish in Buddhism. It's different from praying in other religions. In Buddhism, people don't believe that there is a God or a creator that can give them everything just by believing and praying to them. Buddhists don't think of a God in the same way that other religions do.
When Buddhists do patana, they make a wish for their good deed, but wishing alone is not enough. Good actions must come first. The patana, called sutong in Burmese, is the combination of good deeds and mental wishes.
Unlike praying in other religions, Pratana in Buddhism doesn't depend on Buddha statues or pagodas, which are just there to help inspire people. Instead, it is about setting a goal for one's good deeds, and if the person is virtuous, their wishes can be fulfilled. So now I'll be asking questions. So Shanta, what is your first question?
My first question is to Sumya Pe, and what is Patana?
Pratana means making a wish after doing a good deed.
That's correct. Tiffany, what is your question?
My question is to Miranda on how do Buddhists make their wishes?
Buddhists make a wish after doing something good like charity or meditation.
Yes, that's correct. Noah, what is your question?
My question to Simyepe is, can wishes come true in Buddhism?
Yes, but only if the person is moral and does good deeds first.
Yes, that is correct. And Shinto, what is your last question?
My last question is to Miranda, and what do Buddhists wish for?
Buddhists often wish for nibbana, enlightenment, and other good things after doing good actions.
That's correct. Thank you for listening.
It is now Amara, Sean Reddy, Hainlin Ong, and Ninyetan's turn.
Hello, Minglaba. My name is Amara, and my Buddha's name is Amata Bali, which means keeper of deathlessness. Today my 3 dear Dhamma friends will be joining me. Sharity, can you please introduce yourself?
Hello, Minglaba Dhamma class. My name is Sean Reddy, and my Buddhist name is Janapali, which means power of concentration. So, Hina Aung, could you please introduce yourself?
Hello, Minglaba. My name is Hainlin Ong, and my Buddhist name is Sukabulat, which means power of happiness. So, Ninyetan, could you please introduce yourself?
Hello, Mingalaba. My name is Narinta. My Buddhist name is Yoga Bali, which means keeper of energy. So, Amara, what are we going to be discussing about today?
Today we'll be discussing about the Third Buddhist Council. Everyone please listen carefully because we'll be asking questions at the end. The Third Buddhist Council took place about 236 years after Buddha's passing. It was held in the city of Pataliputra, Patana in India. The reason behind this council was to purge the undiscipled monks and preserve the pure teachings of the Buddha.
You see, as Buddhism spread to different regions, some monks started to interpret Buddha's teachings in different ways. This caused confusion and disagreements within the Buddhist community. The leaders wanted to bring everyone together and agree on what the true teachings of the Buddha were.
The council was led by a very wise monk named Venerable Mogaliputta Tissa, with the support of King Asoka the Great. 1,000 enlightened monks, called Arahants, joined the council. It went on for 9 months.
After the council, 9 missions of elders were sent by King Asoka to preach the Dhamma in the different states of India and foreign countries. This was the first time that Buddhism had spread out of India.
Venerable Mogaliputta Tissa gave the Gata Watu scripture to the council to explain the true meaning of the Buddha's teachings and to confirm them. Now we'll be asking questions. Sharity, can you please ask the first question?
My first question is for Xinlang, which is why was the Third Buddhist Council held?
To remove bad monks and keep Buddhist teachings pure.
That is correct. Amara, could you please ask the next question?
Yeah. My next question is to Alexander. Where was the Third Buddhist Council held?
The Third Buddhist Council was held in the city of Pataliputra, Patana, in India.
That is correct. So, Hayley, can you please ask the next question?
The next question is for Xing Lang, and it is, who supported the council?
King Asoka the Great.
That is correct. So Ninyetan, could you please ask the last question?
So the last question is for Alexander. So what happened after the council?
Missions spread Buddhism outside India.
That's correct. Thank you. And thank you, everyone.
Now we'll move on to Program 4. Answer the questions from Bali Pathways by Hank and Hema.
Hi, my name is Hank. My Buddhist name is Sutabala, which means the power of knowledge. Today, I'll be joined by my twin sister, so can you please introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Hima. My Buddhist name is Hemapali, which means peacekeeper.
Today, we'll be asking questions to individuals Thang Thang, Xing Lang, Nyambontet, Kixing, Sandy, Henry, Victoria, Chloe, Kamapali, Lintan, Olinte, Emerald, Benji, Snowy, Heyman, and Grace. To start off, Thang Thang, what does the Pali word Mangalat refer to?
Auspicious or lucky sign or symbol of good fortune.
And that is correct. Xin Lang, how do certain Westerners perceive luck?
Horseshoes, rabbits' feet, and four-leaf clovers.
And that is correct. Nyambonte, how many lucky signs did the Buddha teach?
Can you repeat that?
Question was, how many lucky signs did the Buddha teach?
The Buddha taught 38 lucky signs in the Mangala Sutta.
And that is correct. Kishing, how do Burmese people use the word Mangala in greetings?
They say Mangala Ba, meaning good morning or good evening, with Ba added for extra respect.
And that is correct. Sandy, what does the Pali word Mangala refer to?
Auspicious or lucky signs, or a symbol of good fortune.
You are correct. Henry, how do certain Westerners perceive luck?
Horseshoes, rabbit feet, and four-leaf clovers.
And that is correct. Victoria, how many lucky signs did the Buddha teach?
The Buddha taught 38 lucky signs in the Mangala Sutta.
And that is correct. Chloe, how do Burmese people use the word Mangala in greetings?
They say Mangalaba, meaning good morning or good evening, with Ba added for respect.
And you are correct.
Kamapali, what does the Pali word Mangala refer to? Well, the correct answer is auspicious or lucky signs or a symbol of good fortune. Lintan, how do certain Westerners perceive luck?
Horseshoes, rabbit feet, and four-leaf clovers.
That is correct. Olinte, how many lucky signs did the Buddha teach?
The Buddha taught 38 lucky signs in the Mangala Sutta.
That is correct. Emerald, how do Burmese people use the word Mangala in greetings?
They say Mangalaba, which means morning and afternoon, and they add Ba for respect.
That is correct. Benji, what does the Pali word Mangala refer to?
Absent.
Well, the correct answer is auspicious or lucky signs or symbol of good fortune. Snowy, how do certain Westerners perceive luck?
Horses, rabbit's feet, and four-leaf clovers.
That is correct. Heinmin, how many lucky signs did the Buddha teach?
Absent.
Well, the Buddha taught 38 lucky signs in the Mangala Sutta. Grace, how do Burmese people use the word Mangala in greetings? Well, they say Mangala Ba, meaning good morning or good evening, with Ba added for respect.
Thank you for listening.
Now we'll move on to Program 5. Read the answers for the given questions by Sean Radhi and Zumya Pei.
Hello, Mingalaba Dhamma class. My name is Shamradi and my Buddhist name is Jana Bali, which means power of concentration. Today, me and a Dhamma friend will be talking about something. So, Sumya Pei, could you please introduce yourself?
Hello everyone, my name is Sumya Pei. My Buddhist name is Chita Bali, which means regarder of mind. So what will we be talking about today?
We will be asking a few questions to a few individuals, so everyone please be ready and prepared. Onlente, what is Kama?
Dhamma means action done with intention, teaches us that every action has a result.
That is correct. Kama Pali, what are the three types of actions in Kama?
Can you repeat it?
Sure. What are the three types of actions in Dhamma?
The three types of actions are thought, speech, and body.
That is correct. William, what happens when we do good or bad actions?
Good actions lead to good results, and bad actions lead to bad results.
That is correct. Henry, can karma change our future?
Yes, we can change our future by choosing good actions.
That is correct. Qixing, what is karma?
Dhamma means action done with intention. It teaches that every action has a result.
That is correct. Sandy, what are the three types of actions in karma?
The three types of actions are thoughts, what we think, speech, what we say, and body, what we do.
That is correct. Heyman, what happens when we do good or bad actions? Heyman, are you ready?
I've sent.
Oh. And Brian, what is karma?
Dhamma means actions done with intention. It teaches that every action has a result.
That is correct. Sumyape, could you please ask your individuals?
Yambon 10, what are the three types of actions in Dhamma?
The three types of action are thought, speech, and body.
That is correct, thank you. My next question is to Zenta Wei. What happens when we do good or bad actions?
Good actions lead to good results, and bad actions lead to bad results.
That is correct, thank you. Lin Tan, can Dhamma change your future?
Yes, we can change our future by choosing good actions.
That is correct, thank you. Snowy, what is Dhamma?
Karma means actions done with intention. It teaches that every action has a result.
That is correct, thank you. Meta U, what are the three types of actions in Dhamma?
I've sent.
The answer is the three types of actions are thought, speech, and body. Mule, what happens when we do good or bad actions?
Good actions lead to good results and bad to bad results.
That is correct, thank you. Emerald, can Gamma change your future?
Yes, we can change our future by choosing good actions.
That is correct, thank you. And Chloe, what is Gamma?
Dhamma means actions done with intention. It teaches that every action has a result.
That is correct, thank you. That is all for today. So thank you everybody for participating.
Thank you to everyone who joined today. We are near the end of our Dhamma class, so please put your hands together, mute your microphones, and repeat after me. Buddha Sasanam Chiram Titatu. May the Buddha's teachings last long. Buddha Sasanam Chiram Titatu. May the Buddha's teachings last long. Buddha Sasanam Chiram Titatu. May the Buddha's teachings last long. Sadhu, sadhu.